This is the Video Game Votary. Show your support and hit subscribe right now. What's going on, Video Game Votary Vanguard? It's your boy, the Video Game Votary, here with another episode. So growing up, we all had certain game consoles and certain video games that kind of defined our childhood. Unfortunately, Father Time hasn't served them well. But many fans of video games, developers, and just various members of the gaming community have been hard at work developing new products and services to bring things up to the current state so that we can kind of relive that childhood and capture those moments and make it playable and visible here 20, 30, 40, almost 50 years later, depending on which console we're talking about. But most affected by Father Time and where things have gone as far as visibility and high definition is concerned are the handheld consoles, especially things like the Game Gear, where you get capacitors that die, the sound's not working, the screens just aren't visible, especially the Game Boy. That's probably the most affected. So I was just recently sent a product for review that made a game console that's almost 23 years old so much more enjoyable here in 2020. So to find out what that product is, sit back, subscribe, Cashapp Vibe, find out next. Okay guys, welcome back. Before we get today's video started, if you're a fan of video game content, convention coverage, pickups videos, live streams, and much more, be sure to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell, turn on notifications so that you'll miss a single episode. And as always, we upload every Tuesday and Thursdays at 4 p.m. right here on the Video Game Votary. All right guys, welcome back to the channel. So you see a couple different things in front of you. Obviously, two stands out, two Game Boy colors, one green, one yellow. Also got Tetris, Super Mario Land, as well as M&M's Minis Madness, which is a Game Boy Color game. So today's product was sent to us from Game Gears for You, a very great friend of the channel. We worked together in the past and we'll have a continued working and friendship relationship. So I'm pretty sure you guys won't be able to tell which one is which, and it'll be this one, which has a MCWILL modded LCD screen. And I'm about to load in. First, I'm going to load in one Game Boy game, and then I'm also going to load in one of the Game Boy Color games. So one of my favorite games of all time, Tetris. And then we're going to load in M&M's Mini Madness, which is a platformer. So first, what I'm going to do is show you the common complaints about Game Boy Color, how it looks almost 23 years later. It was released in 1998, and it is almost 23 years at this point, and we all know what our handhelds suffer through. And like I said, as many people in the gaming community is trying to bring some of these older nostalgic handheld consoles back to life, and I feel like they suffer the most, at least with the home consoles. There is some things to kind of upscale, and then there's also, we can always get CRT TVs, different type of outputs that we can utilize. So let's get started. This is the original Game Boy Color that has not been modified. And once again, this is the one with the LCD mod. So we're going to take a look at Tetris on the Game Boy Color first. All right, guys. So here's the original Game Boy Color. I got Tetris loaded in, and I hope the camera cooperates. I hope we can keep my hand steady as well, because it's kind of awkward to do. But as you can hear, the sound is not good. That's one of the things that older handhelds suffer from. Playable, but not the best. It's still pretty dark, especially for today's standards. You can't see it as good as it once was, especially when we were back in 1998. I believe I was 13 at the time. You know, this was our go-to. You know, trips and school and stuff like that. That was something that we utilized. And, you know, some games that we wish we could still play. There's some very great games that they offer, but, you know, Father Time just doesn't cooperate, and being introduced into high definition with 480, then 1080, now we're at 4K. You know, it's time to move forward, but at the same time, we still want to keep that nostalgia and just kind of go back and relive our childhood to a certain degree. So this is Tetris on the original Game Boy. So now we're going to take a look at it on the MCWILL modded Game Boy Color. And here's the MCWILL modded LCD screen on the Game Boy Color. There it is, focusing. And as you can see, a night and day difference. And it just really just brings these games back 23 years later and just makes it look very playable, very much enjoyable now with this updated screen. It's really, you know, incredible the work that some of these developers like MCWILL and people like Game Gears for You that offer the services for us gaming fans, that we can send our products out and be able to enjoy these older handheld consoles and everything else alike once again 23 years later. You know, we got the Nintendo Switch and things like that, but some things, you know, it's just better on its original platform. So that was Tetris on the MCWILL modded Game Boy Color. Now let's check out a Game Boy Color game that's actually made for the Game Boy Color. All right, so here's Eminem's Mini Madness. I'm sure this is going to be very difficult to see. I'm trying to get the camera to focus as best as possible, especially with the light in the background, seeing the glares. Like I said, still kind of playable, but it's not as enjoyable, and it's definitely not what its intended purposes was meant to be, especially for back in the day. But again, we've moved forward with technology and have better viewing pleasure for our games, television alike. So this is Eminem's Mini Madness. I clearly suck at that, trying to hold this as far out as I am. So let's check it out on the MCWILL modded Game Boy Color. Here's that same game, Eminem Mini Madness on the MCWILL modded Game Boy Color. And as you can see, it is, let me try to get the focus a little bit better. It is night and day. Just the clarity of the LCD, the colors, the sound, everything is just so much better, so much more improved, and makes the game so much more enjoyable here 23 years later. It is just a fantastic upgrade, you know, just to kind of bring, once again, make it that much more enjoyable for you and bring back that 90s nostalgia feel of going on a family vacation and stuffing the Game Boy Color in your pocket, man, and loading up with plenty of batteries. Not as bad as the Game Gear, but I just think that the hard work of the gaming community just to come up with ideas like that, and people like Game Gears for You that offers the services to perform the upgrades for you. Some of us can be tech savvy, and you know, there's some soldering and stuff involved, but you know, some of us would rather that we have the services done for us, and that's one of the many services that Game Gears for You offers. So that was Eminem's Mini Madness, and I'm going to give you an overall overview as far as what Game Gears for You offers, their services, and their products. So let's get to that. Okay, guys, so that was my product review of the MCWILL modded Game Boy Color provided by Game Gears for You. I want to send a special thank you out to Game Gears for You for providing this product for me for review. And I also want to give you guys a rundown of a few of the services that they offer. They offer services for the Game Gear, as we've seen before, that will also be in the card where you can check that episode out if you haven't seen it yet. Game Boy Color, as you've seen here, as well as the Atari Lynx and the Sega Nomad as well. So not only do they offer MCWILL modded LCD screens, but they also service the capacitors to fix sound issues, cleaning replacement screens, replacement glass screens for original Game Gear screens as well. And they also offer actual handheld consoles for sale on the website, which I'll have linked in the description. And a special thank you to them for providing me a coupon code exclusively for you guys at VideoGameVotary Vanguard. So when you go on the website and you go to place your order, in the discount section, type in discount code VideoGameVotary, receive 10% off your order or product services that they offer and that you pick up. So don't forget to support Game Gears for You and continue to support the Video Game Votary channel. The Video Game Votary podcast is back up and running. I do need to upload an episode. I believe that slipped through the cracks last week, and I apologize. So you can find that on any of your favorite Video Game Votary podcasts. I said Video Game Votary podcast. I mean, any of your podcast platforms, whether it be Apple, Stitcher, Spotify, you name it. Type in Video Game Votary, pop up. Make sure you hit subscribe on whatever is your podcast platform of choice. That helps the podcast out, helps it kind of grow, and hopefully we get some sponsors with that as well. Also, Video Game Votary merch, teespring.com/Video Game Votary, linked in the description. Please support the channel. That's one way that you can support the channel, as well as get some fresh gear for yourself with the Video Game Votary logos. Every design on there is completely designed by me. I even got some kids apparel on there that my kids helped design, and all of those proceeds go directly to their college fund. So please support that channel. Christmas is coming around. I'm also going to run a promo code on there. I'm going to make sure that I set that up today. So if you go to place an order and I haven't gave a promo code, shoot me a message or leave a comment down below and make sure I put a promo code up, because I know the holidays are coming around. Everybody's doing their shopping. Also, every Tuesday, Thursday, new episodes at 4 p.m. VIP will be on Thursday. And I'm trying to make sure I don't forget it. Soon we're going to be going back to Twitch. We're going to be live streaming on Twitch. And I'm not sure when I'm going to do it, but after the live stream airs or whatever, we're going to upload it to the channel at some point. But I also want you guys to tune in there. I want to kind of utilize all my platforms. So that's another way to continue to support the Video Game Votary channel. Make sure you continue to like, subscribe, leave me comments down in the comment section. Definitely let me know what you think about this MCWILL modded Game Boy Color and how you feel about it. Also, if you want to get your console serviced or pick up a already pre-modded Game Boy Color or Sega Nomad, Atari Lynx, or Game Gear, let me know. If you have any issues or concerns, you can contact me. I'll reach out or walk you through the steps. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your continued support. This your boy, the Video Game Votary, aka the flyest video gamer in the world. See y'all next week. Thank you for watching. Follow me on all social media platforms at Video Game Votary.